In these unprecedented times, many small businesses, including independent contractors and sole proprietors, have been forced to either close or dramatically change the way they do business as the result of stay-at-home orders and social distancing requirements. What we're hoping to provide to you today are some of the options that are available to you to help keep your business financed, possibly help you bring back on or retain the employees you're currently employing, and hopefully be able to have enough cash flow to prepare for the eventual recovery. The most important thing any business owner can do first is get all their documentation together. Start looking for payroll documentation, balance sheets, profit and loss statements, tax returns, as well as any of your legal documents to make sure that you're properly establishing ownership and are eligible to apply for these programs. Additionally, the other step you should take before looking at the other programs is to talk to your existing bank. Many times, if they are willing to extend credit or make arrangements, they're going to be able to act faster than any of the loan programs that we'll discuss today or that you might read about in the news. They can discuss loan deferments, interest-only payments, extending a line of credit, possibly adding a line of credit. Having that conversation with them first might get you some more immediate cash flow versus the loan programs that we'll mention here. As you're looking for all different types of financing programs, whether it's either the federal programs, whether it's state loan programs or grants, county or other local programs, you're also going to be seeing all types of other forms of financing that are available, especially online. What we strongly advise is to read any of the terms and conditions beforehand, and especially if you're getting the information from the news or a resource guide, go to the website for that program specifically. Make sure that you have the most up-to-date guidelines. Many of them are changing daily, if not even multiple times per day, as these programs get rolled out and they have to change the guidelines to be more accommodating to everybody who wants to apply. You want to make sure that the terms you're agreeing to are sustainable and are in line with what you would normally get otherwise. The two main programs that we're going to talk about today are the SBA's Economic Injury Disaster Loan Program, or EIDL, and the Paycheck Protection Program, or PPP, which is a partnership between the U.S. Treasury and the Small Business Administration. Both these programs, as of the recording of this video, have run out of money, but we are anticipating that they will get funded in the coming weeks. So what's very important is to stay on top of both websites for those programs. Once you find out other financing has been passed, those websites will be up to date with your next instructions. The SBA Idle program, you can apply directly through SBA, and the PPP, you'll apply directly through an approved lender, which we'll discuss later. The SBA's Economic Injury Disaster Loan Program is a traditional loan offered by the SBA in times of natural disasters, and certainly this pandemic qualifies. As of what we last note, the entire United States is considered under one of these declared disaster areas. So if you're a small business under approximately 500 employees, an independent contractor, a sole proprietor, or some types of nonprofits, you will be eligible to apply for this loan, assuming you meet all the qualifications. As I said, it is a traditional loan, so there is expectation of repayment. So they are looking for qualified borrowers. We don't know what any credit score or income or profit limits they're looking for, but do certainly go ahead and apply. The term is up to 30 years. The amount is determined based on your estimated economic injury, which is determined by your loan documents that you submit, as well as the SBA's calculations. The rate for small businesses is 3.75%. For nonprofits, it's 2.75%. And your first payments are deferred for 6 months. Additionally, as part of the EIDL program, there's what's known as the Idle Advance. So this is an up to $10,000 grant that is made by the SBA within a certain number of days of a successful application, in terms of them accepting your application. This does not have any expectation of repayment, so whether you are approved for the loan or not, you are still considered eligible. It is based on a calculation. It's approximately $1,000 per employee, up to $10,000, and then whatever amount you would ultimately get through the EIDL if you are approved would just be subtracted. That amount would be subtracted from it. The other popular federal loan program right now is the Paycheck Protection Program, or the PPP. This program is designed to promote employee retention, and it is designed to cover approximately 8 weeks of payroll expenses and other overhead as qualified through the loan and the guidelines. The rate on it is 1%, and the term is 2 years. But they are designing this to be a forgivable loan. So as long as you meet the requirements of the program, you will not be expected to repay it. The amount will be determined on roughly, again, approximately 8 weeks of payroll and other expenses, and that formula is available on the Paycheck Protection Program website. And as long as, according to the most recent guidelines, as long as you use at least 75% of those funds for payroll expenses and are able to bring back your employees to full staff to where you were prior to the pandemic, then the entire loan will be forgiven. As I mentioned before, with all these programs, it's very important to get your information directly from the sources. Much of this information is changing as we go. Again, as we recorded this video, both the EIDL and PPP are out of funds at this moment. We do anticipate them coming back. So please make sure you're going directly to those websites and not relying on other sources as you determine the most accurate guidelines. Also, the Lehigh SBDC is here for the Lehigh community, but especially if you're looking for programs in your state or your local community, it's very important to talk to your local SBDC, as they're going to be aware of all those different programs and what you may be eligible to apply for. So if you are looking for your local SBDC, there are almost 1,000 in the United States, so there is one that serves you no matter where you're located. Go to americassbdc.org and click on Find Your SBDC. Otherwise, you're certainly welcome to come to our website, which is sbdc.lehigh.edu. We also have a resource guide and other information that might be helpful for you as you make these next decisions. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and as we work through this recovery together, please feel free to reach out through our website or through Lehigh Business News at lehigh.edu with any further questions, and we're happy to reach out and help. Thank you.